None of us are strangers to the amazing works of Zack Snyder, that's for sure. Since 2004, when he made his debut with the remake of George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead, Snyder's been in charge of several big movies as a director and film producer. After his previous works, we know we can expect a cinematic masterpiece from him each time. Now, in this video, we're going to rank his best movies. First off at number 9, we have Sucker Punch. This psychological fantasy film by Zack Snyder is about a young woman named Baby Doll. Her stepfather sends her to a mental hospital, where he pays an orderly to have her lobotomized, so she can't tell the police what he did. She finds out about the plan and starts making plans for her escape. She realizes she needs 5 things to get away: a key, a knife, a map, fire, and something she doesn't know about yet that will require a deep sacrifice for a perfect victory. Along the way, she makes friends with and gets help from 4 other girls: Amber, Blondie, Rocket, and Rocket's sister Sweet Pea, who's known as the star of the show. Together, the girls are able to get hold of 4 of the things. But when they go to get the knife, they lose Rocket, and Blue Jones, the orderly they paid to make sure Baby Doll gets a lobotomy, shoots Amber and Blondie. Sweet Pea's the only one who gets out of the asylum, while Baby Doll stays behind to be lobotomized after realizing that the 5th item was her sacrifice. Sucker Punch is a weird movie that goes back and forth between the real world and a fantasy world, where the 5 girls are heroes trying to win in skimpy clothes. The movie says it's about empowering women, but the characters aren't very well developed, and there are a lot of close calls with rape that do nothing but make people uncomfortable. At number 8, we have Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. People have told us that the director's cut is better, and that's probably true since we can't see how it could get any worse. Batman vs. Superman was a big screen version of a dorm room argument. Hey, which superhero do you think would win in a fight? The argument was then blown up with so much tortured gravity that it was hard to cheer for either superhero. Ben Affleck's first time playing Batman was meant to be different from the other actors' takes on the role. This Bruce Wayne is older and more bitter, but he's still sad, while Henry Cavill's grim Superman was weighed down by the script's heavy-handed details. The Martha jokes are easy to come up with, and the film's slow attempt to set up Justice League didn't get people excited about the next movie in the series. Sure, Batman vs. Superman looked cool, but all of Zack Snyder's movies do that. Next up at number 7, we have Legend of the Guardians: The Owls of Ga'Hoole. Catherine Lasky's book series Guardians of Ga'Hoole was the basis for Zack Snyder's first animated movie. The movie's about a young owl named Soren, who grew up hearing stories about the Guardian of Ga'Hoole. He and his brother Clud are taken by the Pure Ones after they fall out of their tree. The Pure Ones make them either fight or gather food. Soren gets away in the end with an owl named Gylfi, and the 2 of them fly away. On their way to find the Great Tree of Ga'Hoole, they meet Digger and Twilight, 2 other owls. Before they get to the tree, they have to go down a few paths. Still, they meet the king and queen of the Boron and Baron Guardians in the end. The owls fly together to help the Guardians. Soren fights Clud, who then falls into a fire and kills Metal Beak, the mate of one of the Pure Ones' queens. The last of the Pure Ones, who are badly outnumbered, run away. If you want something to watch with everyone, this is Zack Snyder's only family-friendly movie. At number 6, we have Army of the Dead. The Netflix heist movie by Zack Snyder is about a group of mercenaries who plan to rob a Las Vegas casino when zombies take over the world. Scott Ward, a mercenary and former resident of a zombie-infested and quarantined Las Vegas, is hired by Bly Tanaka to get back $200 million from his casino in Las Vegas before the military bombs the city. He agrees and asks his old teammates Maria Cruz and Vanderho to help him. Marianne Peters, Ludwig Dieter, Mikey Guzman, and his partner Chambers also join them. Martin, who works for the casino owner, also joins the group. Ward's daughter Kate and a smuggler who knows the city, Lily, also come with them. Lily brings a camp guard who is meant to her as a sacrifice, so that the team can travel around the city safely. As the group moves through the city, Chambers leaves when she accuses Martin of having hidden goals. Unfortunately, she was right. Martin came for the zombie queen's head, which is worth more than the money in the vault. The group finds out that the government moved up the nuke strike, and Ward realizes that Kate has gone missing to find her friend. He and Cruz plan to look for her, but zombies get there first and kill Cruz. Each member of the team is killed by being blown up or bitten, leaving Katie as the only one who seems to be alive. But Vanderow lives, and when he finds out he was bitten, he makes his way to Mexico City. At number 5, we have 300. Snyder's 300 is what really got him into action movies. Professional athletes and wrestlers actually look up to the movie 300, even though it has some parts that look like PG-13 erotica. The movie is crazy in every way, but it is serious about being crazy. It will kill a lot of brain cells at once, but it will still get you pretty high. Moving on at number 4, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League. When Joss Whedon was hired to finish this Avengers-style epic, he was seen as a genius with the golden touch who would give Snyder's soggy, grim dirge some heart and humor. Well, just a few years later, Whedon became a disgraced director who was accused of bullying the Justice League cast, while Snyder, who had just lost his daughter to suicide, was praised as a man who could deal with tragedy and still wanted to make his big movie ideas come to life. In fact, the backstory of Zack Snyder's Justice League is almost as detailed as what happens in the 4-hour-long movie itself. This isn't his best movie, but it's definitely his biggest swing. He turns all the drama, grandeur, pretense, and self-important slow motion into a comic book extravaganza that no one has ever seen before. This version is clearly better than the one Whedon put out there, especially because it makes Ray Fisher's cyborg storyline stronger, and its goals can be exciting, as can its solemnity and dark colors, which make it feel like a graphic novel. But no matter how long the story is, it's still not that good. They're called mother boxes, and the long ending makes you glad that he probably won't be able to make another one. Coming up at number 3, we have Man of Steel. Man of Steel is the first movie in the DC Extended Universe. It tells the story of Clark Kent, who used to be called Kal-El, and how he became Superman. Martha and Jonathan Kent raised him, and now he's traveling the world to find out what he's supposed to do. Along the way, he meets Lois Lane, a reporter for the Daily Planet, who's sent to investigate a Kryptonian scout ship and gets hurt in the process. General Zod and his Kryptonian crew come to Earth with the plan to use the terraforming devices they found on old Kryptonian outposts to turn Earth into the new Krypton. But Superman and the military are able to stop the machines from changing the land and send Zod's soldiers back to the Phantom Zone. Zod goes on a killing spree to get back at Superman, and Superman has to kill him. As Clark Kent, he gets a job at the Daily Planet so that no one will question him when he wants to go into dangerous situations. Fans still say that Man of Steel by Zack Snyder is the best movie in the DCU so far. Up next at number 2, we have Watchmen. Filmmakers who have been trying for a long time to figure out how to turn Alan Moore's masterpiece into a movie, but Snyder realized that they had made a mistake by even trying. Snyder gives the phrase faithful adherence a new meaning, since large parts of the movie are made to look just like the comic. This makes you less likely to want to read the graphic novel, which is ironic. The movie feels more like a Cliff Note spoiler than anything else. Moore's work is still so subversive and clever that some of it can't help but rub off, and the first 10 minutes feel briefly revolutionary, like Snyder had really cracked it. He hadn't done that, and his changes only made things worse. But even so, a lot of great directors tried and failed to turn Watchmen into a movie. Snyder should get credit just for keeping the thing together. Finally, at number 1, we have Dawn of the Dead. Snyder's remake of George A. Romero's anti-capitalist classic doesn't have any of Romero's subversiveness. At the end of the day, Snyder always wants to sell you something. But in this, Snyder's first full-length movie, he's really just selling himself, his style, energy, and willingness to go a little crazy. Even with all his flaws, Snyder's also an undeniably talented director, and the best parts of Dawn of the Dead are like perfect little short films. They show a director who can't wait to show you what he can do. The movie's all about having fun, so it works better than anything else he's made since. That's all for this video. Which Zack Snyder movie is your all-time favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next time.